Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Izzy. It's nice to meet you. And if you're, before I actually start introducing, my tan is really dodgy on my hands, so can we just ignore that because I just can't be bothered to hear about it, so I'm sorry about that. So today I've got a really exciting video because when I was younger I used to watch these videos all the time because, let's be honest, it's 2021, everyone wants to be rich now, everyone wants money. So today I'm going to be telling you how to make money as a teen in 2021. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you're going to be a millionaire after applying these tips. However, I'm hoping it's going to help a little bit, or at least one person out there. So yeah, let's just get into it. So if I'm looking down, it's because I've got my notes. I mean, pro YouTuber over here, I know. So I'm going to start with pretty self-explanatory ones. If you're not selling on Depop in 2021, then what are you doing? Because honestly, to be fair, I think Depop's maybe a bit at the minute because everyone's like selling things for extortionate prices. But if you just clear out your wardrobe and get rid of everything that you think, like, if it has a brand name, then it will definitely sell, or if it looks like vintage Y2K, it will definitely sell. And what I would do if you're desperate to earn money is I would look up on Depop what the item you're selling, like sort of that sort of item, and then I'd look at the prices. So say a Nike t-shirt, look at Nike t-shirts probably selling for £15 to £20 because, let's be honest, it's Nike, everyone wants it at the minute, as you can tell. So, and then I would put mine on for maybe like 10, 11, and although you might not get as much, you'll get the money in quicker. So I would definitely do that. And also when you're selling on Depop, make sure that your photos are like really cute, because when I see a photo that I can imagine myself wearing it, I'm like, oh my god, yeah, and it makes me want to buy it more than if I saw a photo of like it crinkled on the floor. Do you know what I mean? Another quick Depop tip is make sure you're refreshing your page daily. So when you upload, make sure you click edit and re-upload, and every day it will reappear when someone types in something. So for example, say you're selling a Nike top. When people type in Nike top, if you posted 3 or 4 days ago, yours won't be near the top. So if you refresh every single day, it'll be one of the first things people see. And another way to make money with Depop, it's not really making money, but it's more like how to save the money once you make it. So you've sold stuff, and make sure that when you connect your PayPal up, you almost leave the money you make in your PayPal, and don't transfer it to your bank. So for example, if I make £15 off a top, I'll leave that in my PayPal and I'll let my PayPal balance just grow. You've got that money in PayPal to spend on online shopping or when you buy stuff online, and as soon as you've run out of that money, you're like, okay, I've not got the money right now to spend, so I'm not going to spend it off my card. If that makes sense. And another really good one at the minute is Vinted, because I've been seeing Vinted ads absolutely bloody everywhere, and it's blown up a bit on TikTok now, so now is the prime time to get on it, because I literally bought a Ralph Lauren like knitted sweater for £5 off Vinted. Like, honestly, the prices are so good. So all that stuff that wouldn't really sell on Depop, definitely go to Vinted, because it's more of like just cheap prices, secondhand, like stuff that's not branded really, because it's more like, it's just a different audience of people buying basically. So say you've had a top on Depop for 6 months and it's not sold, just put it on Vinted for like quite cheap, because what I think is, for clothes that you're not going to wear again, any money is money. Do you know what I mean? Any money is a profit, unless you're spending that money on postage, which you don't on Vinted because it actually takes postage into account and buys postage for you. Then you're not losing money. That's like, do you know what I mean? So I think definitely Vinted is a good one for the things that don't sell on Depop. Now, another thing that everyone seems to be doing in 2021, I don't know if it's quarantine or what, but it's starting a small business. So there's so many opportunities, especially now with TikTok, because honestly, if you want your brand to grow, start TikTok and it will. I started making like wire rings when they were like popular on TikTok, and I made over like £100 and just selling them for like £5 a ring, because it's literally free advertisement. So if you've got a talent, so like rings, jewellery, people will sell lashes. I think lashes is a bit of an oversaturated market right now. Just make sure you use your talent and creativity to as much as you can. Like, you don't need to buy a website. You can just sell on Depop, you can sell on Etsy, unless your brand blows it up. Or if you can bake, you can start a baking business. Anything like that, as long as you've got like the hygiene ratings. But anything like that is a really good way of making money now, especially because everyone is supporting small businesses now. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone wants to shop from small businesses because it's ethical and things like that. My brother owns a small business, although it's not actually that small anymore. It's actually quite big, and literally he just buys Google ads and he makes posters, and it's enough to keep him like financially stable. Like if you have the business mindset, definitely look into starting a business. Although I want to add, don't feel the pressure because everyone else around you is starting a small business to like feel like you have to be a business head, because some people just would prefer like working in a pub or being a waitress. Like I think I would prefer that than having to come up with a business, just because I feel like there's so much pressure these days to be like a business head and to just never work for anyone, work for yourself. So don't feel that pressure, please. Okay, another one, which is quite hard, I'm not gonna lie, but to make money from, but it's YouTube. So I've obviously started a YouTube. I'm nowhere near earning any money, but I do it because I do it because I love it. I know, another cliche YouTuber, but for real, don't join YouTube for the money, because I think everyone, when you start, you think it's going to happen, but it's such a slow process. Like I'm literally gaining 1 subscriber a week, but I don't care because it's for fun, do you know what I mean? But if you think you have like a really good personality that everyone's going to be like want to watch, obviously I don't, but if you do, then definitely just start if that's something you're passionate about, because you're not losing anything and there's a possibility to make a future out of it. So I just think everyone should start a YouTube. I don't think you should be embarrassed about it anymore. Like I was so embarrassed to start. No one knows about mine still. The only person that knows is my boyfriend. None of my friends, no one knows, because I cringe. I love doing it, but I cringe at the thought of my friends watching. So you don't need to tell anyone. You can just do it, and it's just a lot of fun. So yeah. Another way to make money is social media, and mainly TikTok, because TikTok is so easy to blow up on now. You can literally have one viral video and get 30k, 40k followers, and then you can have sponsorships, brand deals, getting sent stuff, and it's just so easy. Just with TikTok, you've got to be consistent, you've got to post trends and things that people like. And an example of that is, I don't know if you've seen, but on UK TikTok, this girl called Evie Judge, I think her name is. Oh my god, she's stunning, literally insanely beautiful, but she's blown up like literally overnight by just doing makeup looks on TikTok, and she's literally got over 120k or something. I saw her doing a sponsor the other day and I was thinking, wow, like that is what I want. That's what everyone wants. So if you think, basically, if you have something about you, definitely upload on TikTok, because who knows, you could be the next Olivia Neal. Okay, I feel like this is a tip that probably would have suited probably 5-10 years ago. So I'll just quickly glaze over it. But if your parents are willing to give you an allowance to do things around the house, so like say £10 a week to like unload the dishwasher once a day, tidy your room, things like that, try and like make like a contract, like a deal with them, and be like, I'm getting older, like there's no jobs because of COVID, like please can I have a little allowance and do this for you, and try and like propose what you're gonna do and be a bit persuasive. Okay, if you're really good at like school and like GCSEs and A-levels, making notes and send, this might look really weird, it's literally like old glue and I'm playing with it, I'm so sorry. Selling your old GCSE notes if you've like done really neat revision, and or either making notes for people, because a lot of people are lazy and don't want to do it themselves, but you can sell stuff like that on eBay, and I've seen people make quite a lot of money out of it. You can sell like ebooks and stuff, so that's definitely something to look into if you're into school. Another thing that I think is quite interesting is Fiverr. So if you've never heard of Fiverr, basically if you're like quite good at designing or art and things like that, and you can put your work on like a portfolio and people can pay you to do like design jobs, and if you put your rate at a lot lower than other people's, and they're most likely going to choose you. Don't like undersell yourself, but also if you put like, oh, I'll create a logo and a banner for you for £15, then someone who's looking to start a website or a small business might come to you to design that. Another thing I put is eBay buying and selling. So basically you go on eBay and you buy like bundles of stuff, or like a unique piece that is selling for quite cheap on eBay, because eBay does tend to sell for a lot lower than say Depop or Vinted, and then you get what you get off eBay. You can then resell it on Depop, because let's be honest, Depop sell for a lot more expensive than eBay. I don't know why. I think people are starting to clue up to that now though. So just if you're going to do that, you have to be like very savvy about what you're buying because you don't want to lose money. Another thing you can do is become a tutor, because especially now this year, because obviously GCSE students will be really panicking about their exams, and year 10 students and the A-level students, because obviously we haven't had as much teaching as everyone else and we might need that extra help. So if you've passed your exams and you did like got a 9 or an A star and you're really like talented at that, or if you can speak a language, for example, you can just be a tutor for like cheaper rates than an adult would be. So say for an hour's work, a tutor, you'd pay £25 really if you were buying like a maths tutor who is an adult. So you could do yours for £15-20 and you would be probably just as good as a normal tutor. So I would definitely think about doing that. Okay, so once COVID is over and people are obviously happy with you re-entering their houses, babysitting is obviously a really good one, because especially I feel like this year adults and parents will be wanting to go out a lot more, because obviously they've been trapped with their kids for so long. So if you think you're pretty responsible and you like children, I cannot relate. I would absolutely hate being a babysitter, but if you think that's up your street, then you could like post leaflets or stuff, or put a Facebook ad on and be like, put your area, put your number, be like, I love children, say what you would do and say happy to babysit, and just try and sell yourself a bit, because I feel like babysitting for like an hour you probably get like £10 to £15, like depending how nice the parent is, but that's a bit more like unsure money, because obviously that's not an hourly rate that you're getting, it's more like you're depending on the kindness of others. Do you get what I mean? So I think this is more of a UK thing, but if you can drive, definitely think about when the pubs open, the clubs open, definitely put lifts and stuff. Like basically if you're a UK teen you'd know, but people put on their story like giving lifts tonight, just like, and they make you pay like £10 to give you a lift to a party or stuff, and it just feels more safe than a taxi, and you can just drive around the whole night and give people lifts if you know there's like a party going on. So I know my brother does that, so you can do that if you can drive and stuff. Obviously when everything reopens again, this is so niche, I know, but a good way of making money is, even if you're not interested in football, is becoming a referee. So you get like £20-25 per game, like, which only lasts an hour and a half. So you earn a lot of money, and you have to do a course for it, so it's like £100 for the course, but you earn a lot of money, like it's literally like £30 for the game. And even if you're not interested in football, you can learn, and you earn £30 for 1 hour of work, so I really don't see any complaints about that. I know that's a bit of a random one to chuck in, but just in case anyone's interested. So yeah, I really hope this helped. I know it wasn't incredibly unique to the other videos, but I feel like it was more aimed towards people in 2021. So if it did help, please make sure you like and subscribe. Yeah.